Hey everyone, and welcome to The Old-Fashioned Friendship, where two long-term buddies get together, sip on bourbon, and relive the wild, hilarious, and sometimes outright ridiculous stories from our 20 years of friendship.
We're here to share the laughs, the memories, and the chaos from the good old days. Whether it be from our small beginnings in a smoke-filled tent, a random adventure, or just an everyday moment that somehow turned into a legendary tale. I'm Bobby.
And I'm Brandon. Together, we're uncorking a bottle in every episode, from the boldest of bourbons to the most intriguing whiskeys, and everything in between.
We'll share our unfiltered reviews, debate our favorites, and trust us, we got some stories that might surprise you. So let's get into it.
This is The Old-Fashioned Friendship. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 5 of Old Fashioned Friendship. We're super glad to have you here with us today. I hope that we sound a little bit better this go around.
Absolutely. We have gotten some new microphones in the studio, also known as my basement.
Yeah, the basement got an upgrade. So new microphones, we got an audio interface, we bought boom arms. So instead of it sitting on a microphone stand just on the desk, we actually have space in front of the desk. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like there's this whole area here.
Well, and we moved the computer from the desk to the bottom.
That's
so
true.
We're getting less noise other than us talking up here at the top of the desk. So anyone that listened to the first 4 episodes, thank you so much for coming back. We know it didn't sound the greatest, but hopefully these are getting better and better with time. As we're going farther into our experience, tonight's going to be pretty fun, right, Ed? Or Brandon? Right, Adam?
Wow. All right. I don't work with you.
Yeah. So we're actually going to be doing some Russell's 10 years.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that a little bit too. But last week we did rare breed. Wild turkey rare breed, which was Eddie Russell, right?
No, Eddie, I think rare breed is Jimmy.
It Jimmy?
Jimmy's
Okay.
Russell's the rare breed. Eddie's the son of Jimmy.
Yeah.
This is a collaboration of the two.
Yeah. So this is going to be a collaboration of those two. It's going to be nice.
We don't really like the hot stuff.
Yep.
Not that we don't hate it. We don't hate it, but it's not our flavor profile.
Yeah.
And this is sent out at 90 proof. Yep. So pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, big changes hopefully to the podcast. Hopefully y'all can hear it. Hopefully it sounds better. Yeah. Hey Bobby, anything fun happened for you this week?
Today we hung out all day.
Yeah.
Since 10 o'clock, then we hung out for a little bit till about 3 or 4.
Yep.
I went and got dinner, and then we got back together around 9. Yeah. We put up a new mailbox out front, which was fun.
Was it?
No.
It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad, no. But we did that. Got some more stickers on the truck, and went shopping for a interface for the system.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool. I
just want to point out to everybody that it is really only Bobby who could get me to do half laps. And
for those
who
don't know about woodworking, half laps when you cut half of one board and half of the other one out to make them go into each other. Just Google half lap in wood. Yeah, and I made Brandon do that today to make my mailbox all look all pretty.
Yeah, he wanted to spend some extra time making it look pretty instead of spending some extra money to buy the one that was already built.
That's how I do it. Yeah. I'm cheap on dumb things, and I'm not cheap on other.
Yep. Absolutely. No, that makes sense. Hey, when we're off, we're not getting paid. So,
yeah, true that.
We don't make anything an hour when we're not working. Cool. Anything else? Is that
work was pretty fun this week. Didn't have much going on. It was a pretty steady week. You know what I mean? We got a competition going around at work, which is fun. It's where people have to walk around cars and tell you about them.
Okay.
So each person takes like 30 minutes.
Okay. What do you win?
Huh?
What do you win?
$1,000 if you get first place.
No shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I'm one of the judges that helps them get into the big championship.
I got you.
If they do really good, they fly to California and do it for Hyundai.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So,
how do I get in on that competition? I mean, you're one of the judges.
You got to sell car. Oh, the judge. You want to be a judge?
No. You're a judge. So, how do I win? Yeah,
absolutely. Just come by. I'll sign you up. Tell them that you work there.
Perfect.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't need credentials or anything, right?
No, not at all.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
You gonna tell me what to say?
Yeah, 100%.
I'll just wear an earpiece under the beanie?
Yeah, and I'll just do it.
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
I've actually I don't think I've ever won one. I've never wanted to because it was always a trip.
1-1-1-1-1-1.
I've never have gotten first place in one.
Okay.
Because as you know, I don't fly.
Right.
So a trip to Cabo does not entice me to do more at my job.
Yeah. But $1,000.
$1,000 does, yeah.
Yeah.
I probably would have worked a little harder. That's true.
Oh, so this is the first time they're actually throwing money at the situation.
First time they're not doing a trip, yeah.
Okay.
The cash is easier, I guess, to give out.
Well, it's probably less.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's probably a lot less.
Yeah.
Times are getting tight.
Yeah, can you imagine going to how much a Cabo trip cost?
Depends how many people you send, but yeah.
30.
Yeah, I mean, that might be $50,000.
Yeah.
But
not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah.
Excited, though, we got these boom arms that we can sit farther back now. These are pretty cool. They're quiet.
Right.
That was a fun package to wait to come in, all this stuff.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a good night.
Yeah.
So last night we got together and we set up the microphones and we used a digital audio interface and decided it was complicated and that we weren't really sure if we liked it. So that's why we went out. And today you're hearing us on our Zoom P4. That's
pretty fun. We've been waiting. We've been looking into this one since we started.
Yeah, pretty much one of the first things that kind of we popped out talking about. So it's exciting to have it.
Honestly, we are looking at doing some tours at distilleries.
Yeah.
And having the ability to take our recording studio with us in a backpack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seemed like a great idea.
Yeah. If y'all might not be familiar with podcasts, all that kind of stuff. But it not only is it an interface, but it's a battery powered interface that can record. So
yeah,
that's pretty awesome as far as I can tell. Also want to give a huge shout out to Angel over at Guitar Center.
Yeah, he was dope.
He was dope.
Yeah, he helped us out a lot today.
Yeah, he spent like 45 minutes with us talking about different audio interfaces and things. And man, it's cool when you run into a young kid who just knows a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Talked to him a little bit about the podcast. Angel is apparently a bourbon drinker, fan of Basil Hayden.
Oh yeah, he is a fan. Yeah, I forgot about that part.
So we got to go up there at some point and be like, hey, we're going to try Basil Hayden tonight. You should come.
Yeah. I was invited him to be like, dude, come on.
Do you want to get murdered in a basement?
You want to go to my basement and drink liquor, kid?
He's 24.
Yeah.
So it's not kid, but
He's kid to us.
Yeah, I was going to say he's a kid to us when it comes right down to it. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, well,
how was your week?
Well, so it's been an interesting week for me. I'm not going to lie. I got punched in the face by a good friend's wife.
That's cool.
Is it?
I mean, it happens sometimes.
Yeah,
right?
Sometimes it happens. So shout out to my buddy Ryan and his wonderful wife Alya, who he outkicked his coverage to score, but that's beyond the point. She is a dentist, and I'm Irish and I'm English, and I've just got bad teeth. I was never destined to have good teeth. So having a friend who's a dentist is like a total score as far as I'm concerned. Above that, she's actually like a fun and pretty decent person. Oh, yeah. So, that's cool too.
Which I hope he becomes Ryan the Cop on here.
Ryan the Cop?
Ryan the Cop.
We should bring him on for like legal advice, but non-legal advice.
Oh, yeah, like sketchy. Like, how do I get away with this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, is it true that if I'm already drunk and the cop pulls me over, I should just crack open a beer and start chugging it so they can't prove my level of intoxication before they pulled me over?
Yeah,
I looked over like Ryan was here.
Would you like to get in on this?
So anyway, I went and had her do a little bit of things inside of the mouth, and she had to pull a tooth, but it had a hooked root, and so when she was trying to pull it, part of the tooth broke. And there's a lot of pressure they put in on those things, trying to get them to wiggle around and move, and just bam, right in the face.
That's crazy.
She was so nice about it, though. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah, I've gotten hit harder. That was pretty good one.
I had new kink unlocked. I'm just kidding. I definitely don't have a thing now for people with their hands in my mouth when they punch me in the face.
Oh man, horrible.
Absolutely.
I'm really honest with you. I've been tired the last week.
So, at work right now, big sale, 10-day long sale, started last Friday, continued going. As a management team, we try to make it more fun for like our staff.
Yeah.
Because, as tired as we are, they're actually on the floor interacting with customers all the time. So it's harder on them. I'll say that from coming from the floor to going into the management.
Yeah.
That there are certain aspects of what they do. They're just way harder. And it's that level of interaction with people, I think. So like coming home from work and then doing things like wrapping 400 dumplings.
Yeah.
Because we're making dumplings for I'm making dumplings for the staff.
You just reminded me.
What?
The potluck's on Monday.
The potluck's on Monday. Did the meatballs go in?
No.
Oh, you got time.
Yeah. I mean, it's Thursday now.
Yeah.
And then, I'll make them Sunday.
Oh, yeah, you will?
To bring them in Monday. No.
I gotcha.
I'm going to make cookies.
Okay.
Someone told me to bring sweets, so I'm not doing meatballs.
So, yeah, big sale, doing things outside of work for the sale, which is less fun. And then just like building bike after bike after bike after bike. Just so many bikes are being built right now and sold, and it's kind of insane.
Which will be there Sunday to purchase bikes.
Well, to look at bikes.
If there's some there.
Yeah. That's what I gotta have your wife text me how tall Lincoln is, because I'm afraid he might need a.
That dude's like 5'4". So his mom's 5 foot.
Yeah.
He goes up to like over her chin. So he's probably 4'3".
Okay.
4'4".
Yeah. So I want to make sure that I have a bike in his size, like actually around.
Yeah.
But we'll see what's up.
Which brings us to another thing. We need to start working on my bikes.
You need to work on your bikes?
Yeah, we need to start working on my bikes.
What do you need to do to your bikes?
I need us to bitch, you're in this. No, I do got to get my bikes up and running. We have all tricycles though, so they're not bad, but
they're absolutely 50% worse.
No, they're not. Yeah.
They have 50% more wheels. They're 50% worse.
More bearings, all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I tried to switch out the front forks on one of them to a Springer front end. The red Springer front end from the Huffy. I tried to put on one of these, doesn't work.
Doesn't fit?
Doesn't fit, no.
I gotcha.
So, and that was like a weird piece I had to buy for the Huffy back in the day. Because we used to have beach cruisers. We see a cruisers at the beach all the time.
Yeah, we did.
Well, a couple times.
Yeah.
We would ride them a lot, though.
Yeah, we didn't do the beach very often. Yeah. We did that like 10-mile ride on beach cruisers that sucked.
When was that?
You don't remember?
With,
we rode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we actually rode down towards like Ryan's house back by the courthouse. We went across the bridge that wasn't open yet.
Oh, I forgot about that trip.
Yeah.
Me and Sarah, I think, went on another one. We went out to like Stephanie's house. Yeah. And Jack and my cousin and Matt and all them. We got on our beach cruise and started cruising around Norfolk. But I forgot about that one. We went up Nemo before it was Nemo.
Yeah.
And it was just a creepy bridge in the dark.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then we had to go slower because there were sections that weren't like fully done. And we're like, are we just going to come up to like a random gap where there is no bridge?
Yeah, there's no bridge left. But we made it all the way to Walmart and back.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, some good things going on. Summertime about to hit. Of course, outside projects are starting in the house.
Yep.
I got to start power washing everything, which is fun. Cleaning up the side yard.
Yeah, I got to get soap and do that because I tried to just power wash.
Yeah.
That didn't go well.
On your house?
Yeah.
Not a sponsor. Have you heard of 30-second house cleaner?
No.
It's amazing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's legitly that. You put it on the house, 30 seconds later, you rinse it off.
Oh, okay.
It's at Home Depot, Lowe's, called 30-second house cleaner. I use it here.
Owners of 30-second house cleaner, if you would like to send us a couple of bottles, we'll do a live review. Yeah. Okay, we won't do a live review, but we'll definitely do a review and let you know how it goes, because what Bobby just said is tentative based on how you email us in response.
No, it really is a good product. I tell everyone to use it. It's just bleach.
Right.
It eats the green stuff off the house.
Yeah.
Well, and it keeps it from going back till the following year. Yep. That's the main thing.
Oh, I did get a new couch for my porch.
Oh, you did?
I did. So I have always been like a really big fan of this end-up furniture. For those of you who aren't sure of what this end-up furniture is, I would just go ahead and Google 70s era wooden furniture. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was 80s. I don't know. Either way, it's the stuff that looks like a shipping container just got turned into a chair.
Yeah. Super square.
Yep. I love it. I did not realize how much better the cushions are on that, because like that is just, you're just sitting on a piece of wood
Yeah.
So the cushion has to be premier.
Yeah.
And those cushions are so freaking good.
Real.
Yeah. Can't even feel the wood underneath.
Yeah.
You know, my ass is like the princess and the pea, so that's how it rolls. But yeah, got that done. Dad broke the bandsaw, so I fixed the bandsaw. Yeah, I love him to death, but every time he tries to use, like, it's awesome. Rule of thumb: if it's round, don't put it on the bandsaw without supporting it, because it will roll. So Dad decided to cut an entire log on the bandsaw.
Yeah.
So it just rolled and destroyed the blade and just kind of like ripped out a couple of pieces. So that was a couple hours of fixing that.
That's fun.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I forgot to tell you this whenever we were talking about, I know this is off subject now, but on subject now. But you ever heard of the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection?
No. So
the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection would give you like extra aged expressions of the spirits. So it's like an Eagle Rare, George T. Stagg, William LaRue Weller. They're finally adding another bourbon to that setup. So normally it was 4 bottles, I think. 4 or 5 bottles. It's like Sazerac 18 year, which I love Sazerac. I'm loading my hand on. We're never going to have these bottles. They go for like $1,000 on the secondary. Unless we get a lottery, we're not going to get them. But they're finally putting an E.H. Taylor bottle and bond into the antique collection once a year. So this autumn coming up, they're going to be releasing another one. They haven't added a bottle to this thing since 2006.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you are a proud recipient of any of those bottles and you don't feel like trying it, you want us to try it for you, you can send that straight to us, care of We'll Drink Your Bourbon When You Don't Want To. That is area code 222-2422 in Hampton Roads, Virginia.
Yeah. It's really hard to get stuff, especially being in Virginia. We're not going to get really cool bottles here. If there's anything cool that comes to us, it goes to a lottery, which I have won 3 lotteries.
I mean, that's more than I've won, but you've also participated in way more than I have.
How many have you put in for?
Like 2.
2, yeah. We probably need to start signing up for all of them.
We should be paying attention to things like that for sure, especially now, given this.
My last problem was they were doing the Eagle Rare, which I think is like a 20-year bottle of Eagle Rare.
Might be okay.
Okay, so the problem is that MSRP on this bottle is $1,500.
Okay.
That's not bad. Mm-hmm. That's MSRP. It's what it should sell for anywhere. Secondary market, $7,000.
So yeah, you
7 to 8.
You put $1,500 on your credit card. You turn around, you sell it for $8,000, $6,000.
But that's not. Virginia is not selling it for MSRP.
What are they selling it for?
$3,000.
I'd still take it and sell it for $6,000, double my money.
Hear me out. Okay, no problem. Right. But anyone that had the ability to pay $6,000 to $7,000, $8,000 for a bottle did not wait for this to go cheaper. Mm-hmm. They all got it. You know what I mean? If you're spending $7,000 on a bottle, you can go get it whenever you want. Now that they released 22 bottles in Virginia, the price online is at $5,000. So you can still grab it and you can still resell it, right? Mm-hmm. No, which I don't like resellers. I have used them. I paid fucking $65 for a bottle of Weller's Special Reserve because I needed the bottle to finish out my collection. And I couldn't find it anywhere else. You know what I mean? But whenever you're taking a bottle like that and you're taking $3,000, holding it up and waiting for someone to have $5,000 to spend it on a bottle of liquor, how hard is that thing going to be to sell?
I mean, it's possible. We'll see. I don't know. We'd have to actually see how much people are buying for it because there is the big difference.
Yeah, how much they're asking for it and how much it's selling for could be 2 different worlds. Yeah. Yeah,
you go on eBay all day, every day, and it's like, the price is this, and that's not really what people are paying, but that's what they're trying to sell it for. So,
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you about too. Liquor Bros is running a special right now.
What's Liquor Bros?
This is not another commercial for Liquor Bros. It's
unless they want to.
Oh, if they did, I'd be down.
You guys can sponsor us.
This is where I was ordering the Buffalo Trace when we couldn't find it.
I gotcha. You're giving away secrets.
They can find it. We have it everywhere now. It doesn't matter.
I got 6 bottles just chilling in my office.
I keep finding them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used it. That was my truck liquor for a while. I kept it under the back seat.
Not that he drinks while he drives.
No. But sometimes I would be leaving work and going somewhere. Yep. And you could take the bottle and go there. But yeah, so 3 bottles, I think they were 1 liters for $99. That's a good deal.
Pretty good deal.
So they're probably sold out now. But.
Right. Oh, did I tell you what happened to Nate this week?
No, what happened?
Oh my God. So apparently,
yeah.
So they had trees in their backyard. Nate, Jess and Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had trees in their backyard, and I guess the one tree was growing too close to the fence line, and it was messing up the concrete for the people with the pool behind them.
Yeah.
So Nate said they would take it down, and the other one was dying from the top down, and so Jess wanted that down anyway. So that was like last year before maybe, and ultimately what had happened is now they've taken all the shade out of their backyard. So Jessica's like, hey, we should have shade in the backyard. So Nate got one of those awning things, you put in the 4x4s or the 6x6, whatever. You dig the hole, concrete them in, run it through. So I get a call from him, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? He's like, what are you doing? I was like, leaving work. He's like, perfect. Stop by my house on the way. I was like, what's up? And he was like, well, I was digging a hole and the stupid post hole digger broke, and it shot a piece off, and it broke the pool liner. Right. So they got an above ground pool. It's a pretty big above ground pool too. And he's like, so the whole backyard is flooded.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did breaking a post hole digger break your pool?
Because he threw it. He threw it at the pool.
It just like broke off just like the little chunk of the arm. It was like, oh, fuck this. Just spear. Yeah. Anyway.
That's exactly what happened.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. He was just like, fuck this.
That's a really good point. Yeah. I mean, he didn't stab the pool. He just like chucked it off in that direction. So, anyway, their backyard was flooded. I think, because I don't know. I just went to help him get and move the sand and stuff.
Yeah.
That he was going to need to fix the pool and then move the new pool into his truck and then into the backyard. I haven't been over since, so I don't know if they've finished that project or not. But they flooded their backyard. That's for sure.
Waterfront property.
That's what
you got to be careful putting water in your yard in this neighborhood. The Chesapeake Bay will come get you. The reserve people who are there. Reservation.
Chesapeake Bay Foundation.
There we go. That's the one. Yeah. You can't remove any trees if you're on the water.
No. You really can't, but that's okay. We like our Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah. Oh, I love the bay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love not being close enough to where I have to check on things with the Chesapeake Bay Foundation.
The crazy part is you still have to worry about flood insurance.
What?
Or not flood insurance. It was hard to get insurance over here, even being blocks away from the Chesapeake Bay.
Oh, absolutely. I will say, I don't think we have flood insurance, but I'm pretty sure we're the highest house in the neighborhood. So
yeah, true that. You are like 12 feet off the ground.
For whatever reason, it's so weird.
I know. Your driveway's steep.
My driveway is super steep.
Yeah.
Like me. That's and then the house next to me.
No other reason than your driveway.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I got you. I mean, that seems like a reasonable reason to buy a 4x4. I can't get into my buddy's driveway with your big-ass Tundra.
Oh, yeah. I like my Tundra.
I didn't say there was anything wrong with your Tundra.
I didn't either. I like it. I just like the saying I like it.
Oh, I
just kind of talk myself into that car payment every month.
I got you.
I go, man, I love that truck. They're like, really? I said, not really, but I pay a lot for it.
I pay a lot for it. So, yeah.
I do love it. I had a Dodge Ram for 5 years.
Yep.
I love that thing. 4 years? 3 years?
Yep. You love that thing for 4 years. You had it for 5.
I had it for 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that truck was awesome. But need a new truck. Need a bigger back seat for the kids.
I got you. Well, that's cool. So, that's about a rundown on our week. So we're gonna crack into this Russell's Reserve, I think, is the next steps. Now, if your name is Alya and you're listening to this, go ahead and you can pause for probably the next 10, 15 minutes. Don't worry about the fact that your patient who you just removed teeth from is about to drink just a little bit of alcohol. and I will say, for all the other people who are worried about me, thank you. I'm just having a little bit. It's enough to taste it, enough to get some of the notes, and enough to talk to y'all about what I'm getting from it.
Why were you chugging that other bottle earlier?
It's water.
Oh, yeah. Water.
Vodka.
Oh, do you want to do the...
Oh, are we going to do... Let's see. Can we get the same kind of pop? Let's see what we got.
Ooh, now you got some on your nipple. Look at that.
Oh,
Wouldn't be the first time you got some liquor on your nipple.
All right.
How's it smell?
You go. Doesn't smell too bad.
Oh, it smells good.
We might need to make a soundbite of the pop for that.
Oh, it smells good.
Yeah.
Don't come.
I'm gonna come. For those of you and anyone interested, really, the
new system has a soundbite system.
it does. Yeah.
So we can preload 11 different things. We can have 4 ready to go.
Yep.
So anytime there's a funny joke,
You might hear it come up again.
Because we just made ourselves last. We took it out because it was too long, but when we were testing earlier. But yeah. So may I share a little bit of information with you and Russell's? Or
You share, yeah. When you share, I'll share.
The one thing I did find out, and now we know this, is we talked about Jimmy Russell and Eddie Russell last week.
Yep.
Okay, when we were trying the Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Now, Rare Breed is definitely a Jimmy Russell setup, right?
Yeah.
Eddie Russell being his kid, following in his footsteps. Now, this did have a big change a couple years ago, where he rechanged the profile of it. Mm-hmm. It is a 90 proof. We love 90 proofs. But what did I have on here? What did you have? You have anything on this one?
Well, so I thought I might take a little minute and talk about maybe what the flavor profile could taste like. I know normally this is kind of your thing, but, I don't disenjoy Russell's. So this is a Russell's 10-year. I did, through a little bit of research, find out that it is aged in a number 4 charred barrel. They call that the alligator char. I don't know why it's an alligator char. I didn't look into it.
I can tell you.
Tell us.
Okay. So a level 4 char is also known as an alligator char. It's the most intense level of charring you can do to a barrel. They catch the barrel on fire for 55 seconds.
But why do they call it an alligator char?
That's farther down in my notes. This level of charring creates a deep, blackened, crackled interior. Yeah, in the barrel
scale
that resembles an alligator's skin, according to the tales of the Cocktail Foundation.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like scale. Got it.
Basically, what it does is, when you burn wood and it gets more lines and more splits, so the liquid gets in there. That's why this is so dark.
Right.
Because that's dark. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But it's a 10-year-old, so it's going to be dark either way.
Yeah, I mean, it is a pretty dark looking bottle over there.
Well, all that flavor goes into those little cracks and gets more and more char flavor on it. You know what I mean?
Yep. So it is caramel and vanilla. They say it's got a uniquely smooth finish. We'll find out about that. Make our own decisions there. But you should also taste butterscotch, toasted oak, and hints of spice.
This is one of the few ones that we have a mash bill that we know. Right off is 45% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley. So you ready to sip it and try it out?
Yeah.
All right. Give us a minute. Still got a wild turkey burn.
It's not anywhere near like the wild turkey is.
It's got the wild turkey warmness.
I've got that aftertaste of butterscotch. I'm feeling that. That's nice. That like, it's like going to grandma's house and she hands you a Werther's.
Yeah.
Like,
I just like butterscotch. The little crappy candies. They come from like the dollar store.
Okay.
Those are delicious.
I'm just saying, there's nothing like a Werther's when when you go visit grandma's and that's the only sweet thing she has in the house.
Yeah.
And so my grandmother was really big into strawberry milk. Not going to lie. She always had strawberry milk.
Really?
Yeah. We never had strawberry milk at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like when we go visit grandma with strawberry milk.
Absolutely.
But when you live in New Jersey, you got to have something to bring your kids, your grandkids back.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you live in New Jersey, I'm sorry. For you, not for the things I say about New Jersey.
Yeah. I like it. It smells good. You're definitely getting a butterscotch scent
right off the top. As soon as yep. Man,
that's so good.
Yep. I do think the oak is a little heavy.
That's about as good as today's sponsor. We don't have a sponsor yet, but we have Segways.
Oh, yeah. See, like, we can bring it in. If you are out there, you got a business, you want to shout out, let us know.
You want 5 people to know about your business? We're your men.
We are. And we'll make it 6. We'll go after another one.
Yeah. Oh, we got Angel now. He's following us on Instagram.
Yeah. Thanks, Angel. Mm-hmm. Happy to have you here. By the way, Angel, try that Russell's. See what you
Absolutely.
think. And if you don't have access to Russell's, hit us up. We got access to Russell's.
Absolutely. Actually, the 10-year Russell's is a lot easier to find now than it used to be. Yep. There's a 13 out there, I think.
Ooh, 13 might be good.
13 might be a little dusty. Might be all right.
Yep.
I'm going to fact check myself real quick and make sure that I don't tell you wrong, but I think there's even older bottle.
I gotcha. So, the Russell's Reserve 10-year, they call it their cornerstone of the Russell's Reserve brand. Having been one of the first expressions when the brand was introduced in what year?
Who?
What year did Russell's Reserve get introduced?
I don't know.
2001.
2001?
2001.
And we used to call that 2001.
Yeah, we did.
So we got a 2020.
I messed that up.
Yeah.
I messed that up so good, but it's okay. We're just going to leave that.
01. I know they 2020, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so it's only been around since 2001?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what's amazing is that like they still also work for Wild Turkey. So like they're making their own. They're making wild turkeys.
This is a Wild Turkey thing.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yeah, it's more handcrafted from Jimmy and Eddie.
Interesting.
They do have a 15-year.
Oh, it's a 15.
Yeah, it's only $700.
15-year. Oh, yeah. All right.
Or you can buy 2 cases of Buffalo Trace.
I gotcha. Hey, Jimmy and Eddie, I know you're listening to us, and we're your favorite bourbon podcast. So maybe you just hook us up with a 15-year.
Yeah, right.
Come on now. How cool would that be?
We can go see them.
We probably could.
Yeah.
We could.
That'd be a fun trip.
They're probably not going to let us try any 15-year, but it's fine.
We'll just steal it.
You can't say that on the microphone. You can't say that live.
I didn't. I said outside the microphone, bitch.
It's right there. I can see it in the lines.
Anyways, this stuff is tasty.
It's pretty good. I'll take it.
The smell is amazing.
I'm still not getting the vanilla.
I didn't get vanilla either. I got butterscotch.
Just butterscotch.
It's a butterscotch whiskey.
Yep.
That's what it tastes like to me.
Which is fine. I can drink it. It's
actually a construction. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey?
Yep.
Okay.
And out of episode 2, we know that's in a charred new oak barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And it is made in Kentucky.
And it can't have any additives other than water to bring down the proof.
To bring down the proof.
Yep.
Look at us.
We're getting there, man. Some of us are getting more and more educated. So are our listeners.
It said spicy vanilla on the label.
Spicy vanilla.
If they would have put...
What's spicy vanilla? Do you like mash up the vanilla bean with maybe a sriracha pepper?
That's a stripper's name.
Spicy vanilla.
Next, spicy vanilla.
I don't know about spicy vanilla.
I don't know if we should stay for spicy vanilla.
Yeah. I feel like that's a go home statement right there.
That's a Wednesday 12 o'clock.
At noon.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's a 1200 hour.
1200 hour.
Yeah. Oh, man.
For all our military listeners, we're switching all of our podcasting to military time.
I mean, I basically live on military time. But, yeah. So that is our...
if you chug it, you get vanilla.
If you chug it, you get vanilla. I'm cutting back on the chug.
You cut back this week. Next week,
I'm cutting back on the chug. Yep. So, we did have some talks this week. So we got the microphones and then we sat down for probably another hour and a half and we recorded something. Now, I'm not going to say what that something was.
It's definitely a secret episode.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cutting room floor type deal. Yeah. But we talked about some of like what our goals would be for, what we're doing here.
Yeah.
And I thought some of that was interesting. Like what we have goals for. So, now that we have these 2 mics, we have that spare mic left over.
We start getting some people in here to do some special guests.
Yep, some special guests starring.
We keep saying interviewing.
Yeah.
But not many people we're bringing in are going to bring anything to the table except for drinking our whiskey.
Right.
And talking a little bit. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, but it's still like interviewing. I mean, like, we will ask them questions. They will be forced to answer them, whether they like it or not.
Anything we want?
Anything we want.
They have to tell the truth?
They have to tell the truth.
We should get a lie detector.
Oh, I'm in.
Can we get one on eBay?
Probably. 50 cents.
No. Right. Britney Spears CDs are more than 50 cents on eBay.
Well, that's because Britney Spears is dead.
It's like, this is another thing. And I dealt with eBay a while because for a while there I was dealing in NASCAR cards.
Okay. He's just going to let that live, by the way.
Huh?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
So I did. I sold on eBay.
Okay.
I got a case break Chase Elliott out of that, which is pretty dope. I sold on eBay for, I think, $200, $300.
All right. Pretty good.
eBay, everything is so cheap. But your shipping is like $200. So I did the same thing. I sold the car for $200 and shipping was $100.
All right.
I don't like eBay.
Okay.
I just want to throw that out there.
We're at eBay. If you're listening, apparently we're not interested in having you as a sponsor.
I just want to let eBay know. Fuck off.
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right.
I'm just playing. I love eBay. I don't use them ever, but they're all right. I'm not that mad at them. I'm not really mad at you, eBay. Sorry. I just went a little rogue there.
Yeah, it was weird. It's fine.
I hate Nissan Rogues. If there's two things I hate in this world, it's Nissans and Subarus.
Wow.
What?
All right. I don't know why you're throwing the Subarus in there, but that's fine.
Oh my gosh. Which is because I love them. I love the Outback. That's why.
So I'm gonna throw something out there real quick. Just a little throw out there. A little bit. I used to love a Nissan Rogue. All right. Now let me quantify that statement.
Is that her stage name?
Yeah.
Coming to the stage, Nissan Rogue.
No. So, do you remember the TV show Heroes?
That wasn't a Nissan Rogue.
It was.
That was a Nissan Versa.
No.
It was a little blue car?
The little blue car, that was what Hero drove.
Okay.
I'm not that into Hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did someone else try?
But you had Claire,
Hero's sister.
the cheerleader.
I didn't know her. I never watched Heroes.
Oh, okay. Claire, the cheerleader, played by Hayden Panettiere. We're pretty daggone close to the same age. She's gorgeous.
Did you say what was her name?
Hayden Panettiere.
I've heard of that name.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. Yeah.
She's in other stuff.
Now she's married to a hockey player, I think.
But not Ovechkin.
No, she's not married to Ovechkin. Shout out Alexander Ovechkin, holder of all-time goals for NHL.
Yeah.
Just freaking awesome.
Love that guy.
Dude. I was watching that game live. I think I cried a little bit when he made that goal. So I think he cried a little bit when he made that goal. Anyway, so I used to think Nissan Rogue, that was cool.
Yeah, no, it was never cool.
Hot chicks drove Nissan Rogues.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's wrong with the Nissan Rogue?
You're not a hot chick.
I didn't say I wanted it for me.
Oh, okay. You just had a thing for Nissan Rogues.
Yeah.
New fetish to unlock.
Punched in the face with a hand in the mouth.
She got a Nissan Rogue. That day I knew. She was my girl.
Yeah. It's like I wish I was a baller. I wish I was a baller.
What should I call her?
I wish I had a girl with a Nissan Rogue. I would call her.
You probably could. She can't. Never mind.
Car won't turn on. She can't make it there.
Yeah, she can't come over.
All right. Well, that's enough talking shit about Nissan Rogues. But blue Nissan Versa. Good callback, though.
No, it's just funny that I've never watched that show, but I know that dumb car knowledge.
Yeah.
Just dumb stuff.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. We should test each other on here one night.
I tried actually to go back and watch Heroes again. It wasn't too long ago I tried to watch Heroes again. And I made it all the way to the last season. Couldn't make it to the last episode.
Really?
Yeah. It just
bored?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Repeated, we talked about this today where we were building the, the mailbox.
How many times you can watch a show over and over? What's rewatchable?
Which ones you can and which ones you can't even get to the end. So like for instance, and if you love this show, I'm sorry. I have still not seen the end of Suits, which I guess there isn't even the end of Suits. I haven't seen past like Mike's trial. So
I saw when Mike went, spoiler alert, when Mike went to jail.
Okay.
I stopped watching that first episode.
Okay. See, I didn't, I watched past that.
Yeah.
So,
but it was the same thing. And then we talked about Sons of Anarchy.
Yep.
Which we loved back in the day. Who didn't? And as many people who watch that, you can't even be like, you watched Sons of Anarchy? Like,
yeah.
We all did, dummy. It was on for a reason.
Yeah.
They kept making seasons for a reason. It wasn't just me watching it.
Yeah, well, the problem is they pushed it too far. They pushed it too long.
Too long,
right?
Yes.
They just were like, we're out of new ideas.
Just
start back over at episode 1.
But they did it every year.
Yeah.
They're like, what do? We bring in a bad guy. We bring in a good guy that tries to beat the bad guys, and the bad guys win in the end.
Yeah.
And they did that over and over. It just got old after the Ireland season.
Yeah.
Ireland season was cool. Then they went to jail.
When did Opie die?
In jail. And that's when we stopped watching.
Probably. Yeah.
If you take Opie out of the show sucks. What's that guy's name?
I can't remember, but I know one of my friends knows him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Opie was the reason the show was cool.
Probably. So then we talked about shows that we were able to watch full on without getting
Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
The Office,
Parks and Rec,
Burn Notice.
Burn Notice, yeah. Burn Notice is so good, man.
It is.
And
It's
you know
so
what
good.
the number one car is? Like, who paid them to sponsor on their TV show? It was the Hyundai.
Was it?
About
it was like season 3 on.
The V6, yeah.
Yep.
You need a sports car to outrun bad guys.
Yep, that's true. I do remember that.
Yeah.
And then like what's
Which one?
Hank Med. Did you ever watch Hank Med? Came on after Burn Notice.
Hank Med?
Yeah.
Is that where he's in the Hamptons?
Yeah.
Yeah. We watched that one.
That's a good show.
That was a good one. There's a whole bunch of good ones out there, man. I think we had a good TV series.
Yeah.
Whenever we were growing up, still now.
See, but like it's weird because, like, honest to goodness, Burn Notice could have been one of those shows that it was just like rinse and repeat the entire time.
Oh yeah, well, it was.
And they still made it entertaining every time. There were still new whatevers.
Yeah.
So also that actor who played Michael, I just think he's an awesome actor.
Yeah. That's how I feel about Nick Cage.
Really?
I think Nick Cage is well underrated.
Really?
And what, you don't?
You mean like all 3 characters that he ever portrays?
How many people do you know that can make a doctor, a gun salesman, a car thief,
all
a
sound the
weatherman
same?
be the same guy?
Yeah. No, that's
I
fair.
freaking love Nick Cage.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Really? You don't like him?
I mean, it's not that I don't like Nick Cage.
I saw your face when I said his name. You're upset.
No, I'm just
You're
no.
upset your buddy likes Nick Cage, and it's fine. I listen to Nickelback sometimes too.
Do you?
Absolutely.
Are you through with standing in lines?
Uh-huh.
Are you through with standing in lines?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't go to clubs that I'll never get in.
Yeah, no. Why would I?
Yeah, and I hate baseball.
I'm like on the fence with baseball.
Are you?
Yeah.
But what? Like, hear me out. It's the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah.
You're never gonna win.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The night hasn't turned out quite the way you want it to be.
How is? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
It's a good night. We're at the baseball field though.
I guess.
Getting a hot dog.
Maybe.
Was it quarter hot dog night?
Oh man, you know it's not quarter hot dog night. Now it's $1 night.
Now I'm pissed.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
supposed to
so
be
it
going.
started as like when we were younger, it was nickels.
Turn back the clock night at the Tide Stadium.
It was nickel hot dog.
I didn't go then.
Okay.
I went when they were quarters.
So yeah, but even that wasn't that long ago. Now
Yeah.
it's $1. They're turning back the clock like it's
where are the
1990.
hot dogs made?
What?
Where are the hot dogs made?
Which hot dogs?
The ones that just went up because of tariffs.
Oh, I don't think any hot dog. I mean, I'm sure some hot dogs went up because of tariffs.
But the Tide's hot dogs, where they made?
I don't know.
They're about to be $1.50.
Maybe.
Maybe
Yeah.
$2.
No, I'm not doing any.
I will tell you the
throwback
fun
hot
thing
dog
about
nights.
doing with the Tide Stadium is going to the restaurant over there.
Oh yeah,
We've done that a couple times. Yeah,
I
Got
gotcha.
the prime rib.
We did one game over there because Meredith's old job, where she worked at the ophthalmologist.
Yeah,
He would get
that's a fun word.
ophthalmologist.
Ophthalmologist.
All right.
Just sounds like someone that's always optimistic.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
So he would get he would get a one of the patios for his staff, and he would have it catered by the stadium. So we went out for a doubleheader.
Oh yeah.
And I met Meredith out there. I had ridden my motorcycle, and it started to rain. Like midway through the game, it started to rain. So everybody from her work left.
Yeah.
And so we were midway through, I think, the first game.
Okay.
And I looked at Meredith and was like, hey, you can go home, but I'm just going to like hang out
Wait for
here
it to chill
because at least it's dry in here.
Yeah.
Right. And there was food. Like, all we could eat food.
Yeah.
So we're just hanging out because otherwise I'm riding my motorcycle home in the rain, which I wasn't going to do. So I'd be hanging out under the overpass waiting for the storm to pass. So we sat around for like 20 minutes. It stopped raining. Stadium filled halfway back up. Obviously a lot of people had gone home, but that was a really cool, like the rest of that night, we had this entire patio to ourselves.
Yeah.
We had a bouncer. So there's 3 entrances to the patio. And there was a bouncer, but it was one of the open patios. There was 4 foul balls that got hit onto our patio.
Oh, that's dope.
And so I almost felt bad.
Yeah.
Because like kids would try to come running down from the stand to go onto the patio to get them, and the bouncers would be like, no, and just stop them. And so then I just like walk over and pick up the ball.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, look, I have a foul ball. We kept one. I threw the other 3 up into the stands kind of around us. But They also brought us like a whole fresh round of food for the second game, which was crazy. Yeah. And like originally it was planned for there to be 35, 40 people there.
So plenty of food.
Oh my God. It was so much food. It was pretty cool. It was a good time.
I was at a Tide Stadium, I was at a Tides game for work, and they got one of the boxes. So we're up in the boxes eating food, hanging out, and stuff like that. And got a little too drunk and I was like, man, I really want a Tides hat right now. So they just brought out the seahorse.
Okay.
For their new mascot. Yep. I was like, I'm going to go get a hat. They look cool. So I walked downstairs to get a hat, and I'm pretty plastered. I'm stumbling around, but I know I got to ride home. I'm good. And I run into my mom. My mom, Jeff, Savannah, they were all at the game. So I called Melanie, and I was like, hey, by the way, I found my mom. She's going to bring me home. But, yeah, it was a fun night. All right. It's always fun when you go out there. I think we're going next month for a game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You and the fam, or is it you and work?
Yeah. I'll let you know what day it is. Probably going to be a Sunday.
Yeah, man. Steal me some tickets.
Yeah. We just got to buy them. I have no friends.
Oh, you're going to you're not doing it through work.
No. Yeah, we're just going. We just want to go. We also need to make it to an Admiral games next time they start.
Dude, anytime. You let me know. I love hockey. Yeah. I love going to a hockey game. I love watching hockey. And then you play those lower end hockey. It's awesome because they just fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lots of fights.
They got nothing to lose.
Yeah, the last time we went, I think there was 4 fights.
Really?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Also, don't pay for the most expensive seats there, because what I found out is like we got seats for Christmas from Jen. She was amazing. Thank you, Jen. And she paid extra to get us like close.
Yeah.
And it was, honest to goodness, it was probably like, in the realm of like second tier seating.
Yeah.
Couldn't see shit.
Oh, really? Because you weren't far enough up?
What?
You're not high enough up?
No, where we were seated was behind the locker. Or not the locker, but the benches.
Yeah.
Which seems cool.
Except
they're all standing up and like leaning over and trying to see. Yeah. So like you're not high enough to see over the players.
It's definitely one of those seats you thought you'd want to sit at, though.
It is. And that's, Jen she was super great. She got us these really like what we thought were going to be good seats. And then I was like, Jen, I really appreciate it. But next time, if you want to get a seat, spend half as much, get twice as many tickets. And then like we'll sit a little bit higher up. You get a better view.
Yeah.
But really, it's about sitting in this cold room, yelling with other people and drinking beer or whatever.
Oh, so we're sitting at a Tides game last year.
Yeah.
Right. And we hoot and holler a little bit, you know what I mean? Like you're supposed to do at a baseball game. But there's this guy heckling the batter. And I think it was the Tides versus Durham.
Okay.
Rocky Durham's like their rival team, I guess, or something like that. I don't know. But they play him a lot. This guy's heckling the crap out of him, right? Mm-hmm. And out of nowhere, we're sitting there, we're just kind of laughing, listening to this guy. He wasn't being rude. He wasn't being, you know what I mean? He was just yelling like, you need to get a new job, you know what I mean, to the guy that was up to bat. And we're sitting there, and all I hear is, boo, boo. I look over, Eleanor's yelling at this dude. She's yelling at the batter like the other guy is. And I looked over, I was like, what are you doing? By the way, that's a 4-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Yelling at the batter. And I'm like, okay, boo. yeah, baby girl, you do what you want.
We're in.
She figured out that she could yell at people and say whatever she wanted. She was like, I got this. I'm good at this job.
This is good. Yeah, I like this. This is good. I can do it. I can manage.
She had her finger in the air, her big phone finger.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, no, not her middle finger. I was like, you can't do that here. No, she had a big phone finger. She
4-year-old's just over there flying the bird at the other team.
Flying the bird. She's like, got a hot dog in each pocket. I'm unstoppable, man. You can't get me.
Flying the bird with 2 hot dogs. What you got?
Yeah,
that's awesome. How is it that we've never been to a sports event together?
I don't know. Or a concert.
Yeah. Really?
Concerts are starting up soon.
Have we never been to a concert?
Never.
Are you sure?
100%.
Huh.
Maybe.
We didn't go to Zach Brown together?
Nope. I've never been to see Zach Brown.
Me and Meredith go every year.
Really?
Just go to Zach Brown. It's an awesome concert. It really is. It's like well worth it. He's a really good showman.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I've never been to a Zach Brown concert that was bad, and we've been to like 10 of them. So
yeah.
I mean, I know the last one we went with Ryan and Alia.
Yeah. So. That's what we should make sure. We should make sure this summer we get some nights that we go do games or concerts, or let that be a note to everybody. You guys go do something fun with your friends.
Yeah. Call them up. Even if they have kids and you don't, they'll find a babysitter.
Oh, not all the time, but
pretty sure if we go to a concert, you're going to find a babysitter.
100%.
Yeah.
But our kids are older now. You know what I mean? We didn't want to leave them when they were 2 or 3, but
Yeah.
they're 5 and 9, bro. You know what I mean? They can.
Well, they go to a Tides game, like
They're going with us.
yeah.
But you don't want to take a 3-year-old to a Tides game.
No.
No, too much walking, too much out.
So Ryan and Ollie won't be bringing their kids.
Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. They might. You know what I
Might
mean?
bring Leith. I don't remember how old Leith is, but
it's not fun whenever you can't enjoy it. My kids are at the age now. I give them a hot dog and a drink, and they're just there. You know what I mean? They're excited just to be there.
Right.
So that's a big thing. Maybe a concert, a couple sports events this summer, and maybe like monster truck somewhere.
All right.
I'm down for that.
Sunday.
Gravedigger.
Lawnmower.
Shout out to Gravedigger.
Why are we
Not a
shouting out
sponsor.
Gravedigger?
Because he's the shit. That's why.
We ain't going to sponsor us.
No, I don't want him to sponsor us.
Okay.
I told you I met him one time.
No.
Yeah, so we went to the Digger's Den, is what they call it, or whatever, or something like that. Someone's den. We went out there just to see it. We were bored. I was like, you guys want like a toy? Lincoln was really big into these Hot Wheel cars.
Okay.
So Dennis Anderson, the driver of Gravedigger, pulls up in his truck, stops and talks to us. We're sitting there, and he goes, all right, guys, I'm going to go inside. Okay. We go inside. They got a little ramp. Cars jump off of all this stuff. Lincoln's playing, talking to him. And he leaves. Melanie goes, why didn't you get a picture? He was wearing a Gravedigger shirt. He's probably used to people asking for pictures. I said, oh, why didn't you tell me that 10 minutes ago? I was mad the whole ride home. I was like, I forgot to ask. I got starstruck by Gravedigger. By Dennis Anderson. I didn't know what to say. I just like, yeah, definitely, yeah. And let's let Lincoln play in his showroom. And I forgot to ask her a picture, and I really wanted one. Yeah. Maybe we'll have to make a trip down there this summer.
Fun story.
Give me a picture of Dennis Anderson and me. Put it on the wall right there next to Lincoln.
Cool. Next to Lincoln.
Next to that
Just so y'all know, when he refers to the picture of Lincoln, it is not a picture of him and his child.
No, it's Abraham Lincoln with a headset and controller in his hands.
Yep.
I love that picture, though. It's dope.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
So, Tides game. I'll tolerate a Tides game. We should definitely just get the kids into hockey.
Oh, they'll be there. Let one fight break out.
Right.
They're in it.
Eleanor's like, yeah,
Eleanor. Lincoln's in there. I'm scared. I don't know if we should be here. I'm like, don't worry, buddy. We got this. But
no, they're fighting down there. You see, there's glass between us. It's kind of like going to Jurassic Park. We can't get hurt, possibly.
Yeah, glass doesn't break.
Yeah. But see, like I think one of the reasons why I dislike as much going to baseball games and love going to hockey games. It's the difference between being inside and outside.
But you go on a 60, 70 degree night.
Yeah.
Baseball's awesome.
Absolutely. That's when everybody wants to go. It's crowded as shit. You can't even get in line to get food.
Apparently they're good now, so they are busy.
Right.
No, I remember when the Tide sucked.
Yeah.
And you could sit. We used to buy cheap tickets and then sit wherever you want.
And then you would just go, yeah.
And then if you so happen to sit in the thousands of seats that were empty, they would be like, "Hey, these are their tickets." Oh, my bad, I'm over here, and move four seats down and sit there. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh, we just wanted to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
but now apparently you guys sit in your seat. They're busy.
That's interesting.
Yeah, apparently they're getting busier, which is dope. It's a good sign,
for them, right? Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It's a good thing. People going to sports events.
Yep. So, but yeah, hockey, anytime, any place.
Okay.
Like I'll go to 10, 15 hockey games this year.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to go to one Tides game, maybe two.
Yeah. I can usually do 1 or 2 a year.
Yep. But hockey I can do all the time. It's so easy.
Savannah Bananas are coming.
So what is that?
Savannah Bananas is like I don't think it's not scored by innings, I guess. It's scored by time.
Okay.
So they have an hour or whatever, 2 hours, whatever the game like this.
Okay.
And they just do weird shit.
Is it like Harlem Globetrotters
yes,
but
that's
for baseball?
Exactly what it is.
How is that entertaining?
But have you watched the videos?
No.
Bro, they've been out for like years. You should have seen them.
Maybe.
There's like a guy on stilts that
you're like the third person who's told me about these
Jen went.
banana grams or whatever.
Savannah Bananas from out of Georgia. Savannah.
Savannah Gram.
And there's only like 3 teams.
Okay.
So they're playing the same teams over and over, but they do like a glow in the dark one.
So it's 100% just a recreation of the Harlem Globetrotters, but with baseball.
Yeah, and a lot more entertaining.
Really? I don't know. I loved the Harlem Globetrotters.
I don't remember everything I saw.
Oh. I saw them quite a few times.
Yeah. I don't think I saw them.
Because I was pretty into...
Are they still going?
I'm sure they are.
Okay. I'll have to look into that.
We'll Google that later.
Ooh. As you Google our sponsor,
The Harlem Globetrotters. Try to catch a basketball, but you can't because it's stuck to my hand. Harlem Globetrotters.
We got
Sunday. Pay for the whole seat, only use the front half.
You want to learn how to cut your debt in half? Scissors.
For the longest time, we used to joke about how we were going to have seminars on cutting your debt in half. And we were just going to stand up there and talk for, 20, 30, 45 minutes, however long it is. And we're like, okay, everybody. So the real secret to cutting your debt in half, what I want you to do is reach under your seat. You will find a pair of scissors and your debt.
Yeah,
I want you to cut that in half, just right in half.
Congratulations.
Great job. You did it. You did your job.
100% success rate.
100% success rate.
Yeah.
Also, worst reviews I've ever seen. People were
the tickets
not
are
happy.
$5. Who cares? Were you entertained?
I paid $5 to cut my debt in half. Hey, I would pay $5 to cut my debt in half.
Yeah.
No, they used scissors.
Yeah.
How?
Did you get to keep the scissors? No, they had baskets when we were leaving. It was fucking crazy.
Oh my God. Oh, man.
It's like the glasses at the 3D movie. They just had little containers you had to put them in.
I never did.
3D movies?
Yeah.
They never put them in there?
Yeah.
They don't really want you to.
Yeah, no, I take
It's
them
just
home.
they just don't
I don't know why I take them home. It's not like I had a 3D TV at home. I was like, I can't wait to do this.
It's crazy now. We got VR in our houses.
Yeah.
We don't use it.
Do you have VR?
Yeah.
What do you have that's VR?
Like old VR.
Oh.
The Oculus.
You have an Oculus?
Yeah.
What?
That's the same. That's what I would act like or sound like if I told myself 10 years ago, hey, you got VR in your house.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, but
20
actually,
years
I mean,
ago.
like, do you have Super Hot?
Yeah. So much fun.
How have you not told me that there's an Oculus in this house with Super Hot? I would play the shit out of Super Hot.
You know what's crazy though? We have Oculus. We have the Xbox. We have the computer gamer now.
Yeah.
Lincoln plays on his iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got games on there he likes.
I wanted to get an Oculus for a while, and now like I don't, because now it's a Meta. It's not an Oculus, and you have to link it, and it's Meta.
You had to link the old one too. I don't know how Melanie did it. She linked it through like a family account.
See, and like that's fine.
Yeah.
But like I'm like, no, I mean it's fine because like I don't really post much on Facebook at all, so I don't really care if he knows about the very limited amount of posting that I do on Facebook. But like I don't need them to know how that I spent 24 hours playing a game in the past 27 hours.
Yeah. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, right. So then you start getting targeted advertisement for sleeping pills.
Yeah. And you're like, that's not the problem. I wanted to be awake.
Yeah. No, you need to send me targeted advertising.
You're trying to offset the caffeine pills I've been popping.
Exactly.
Trying to stay away to this fucking game.
You gotta send me Monster and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's. Oh, I will say, looking to buy Melanie a printer to go crazy, a DTF printer.
DTF.
Yeah, we've been through this. It's direct to film.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
So the DTF.
Listen, when I took the scissors up, because the scissors cut the thing.
Yeah.
Like, hey Mel, here's your fucking scissors, and she's like, I didn't give you any fucking scissors. I'm like, damn, you've been married to my buddy too long.
Everything's an effing.
Yeah.
An effing whatever.
Yeah.
Where's my fucking shoes? She's like, you don't wear those. You don't know.
Sometimes I do. The floor's slippery.
Yeah, she loves saying that. We don't have any of that effing. Well, yeah, you're right. We don't.
Okay, so you're getting her down to fuck printer.
DTF printer. So we started searching, getting some information on which one we should buy, which one we're going with, and we ended up. Now, if I open up my Instagram right now, I guarantee you I have 4 or 5 different ones on there. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
So I use it to my ability.
Right.
Yeah, I search like all you can eat buffets, endless crab legs.
Yeah. How often does that work out for you?
A lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not this big for no reason.
That's fair. See, I've stopped going to all you can eat buffets very often because like it's a losing battle
I just
for
like
me.
to know they're there.
Oh, it's like a comfort blanket.
Yeah, it's a comfort blanket. Yeah.
Like if I ever was really hungry for 20 pounds of crab legs, I could just go get it.
Yeah. But see, everyone goes Captain George's, right?
Right.
They're like, where do you get crab legs? Captain George's. There's other all you can eat places in Virginia Beach that are crab leg. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. I use my abilities. I know what I'm doing.
I gotcha. I didn't even.
Not that you need endless crab legs.
I don't eat seafood.
Yeah,
so I don't even pay attention.
Now, but
yep. Now you tell me you can find us somewhere where it's all you can eat wings for less than $20.
I can, but they're not good wings.
You know what? Sometimes it's okay.
No.
Yeah.
Do you remember Brothers Wings?
Yeah.
What would you rate those at?
Like a 6.
What are your favorite wings?
So I've never gone to a place where you can do all you can eat wings and actually thought their wings were that good.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't think Brothers were like on point?
Nope.
Spicy garlic parm?
Nope.
Yeah.
I just didn't think they were that good.
Because I was going to tell you that they reopened.
Wait, Brothers?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they closed.
The Brothers has been closed down for like 3 or 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're the pizza box.
Are they?
Yeah.
Right in place of...
Yep.
Huh.
That's them.
That's weird.
You walk inside, all the walls are red.
How'd you figure that out?
Their names are on the fucking wall.
Okay.
It's just one of the brothers.
Okay. Which one?
Brian.
Which one is that? Is that the short one or the tall one? Okay.
Yeah. But I think it's him, his wife. The same cook is in the back.
Okay.
But I've been there twice for lunch.
Okay.
Pizza's the same. Still got the same pizza deal. The 2 for whatever pizza deal. It was 2 slices and a drink for $5.99.
Oh, okay.
Now it's $6.99.
Yeah.
But inflation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got garlic parmesan. I got the spicy garlics.
Okay.
It's the same sauce, same wing.
Nice.
That's fun.
Okay.
Because that was a comfort place for me. I think I went there. We were going there since 2009.
Yeah. Well, you started going there, and I don't know why you started going there, and then
I went there because Mike went there. Mike wanted. We used to go out to eat with Mike, Gina, and Melanie.
Oh, okay.
And,
so that was the Koja spot.
Yeah, that was the Koja spot. Actually, funny story is we used to go in there, and the whole family would order Alfredo sauce, and they made all the Alfredo sauce to order.
Mm-hmm.
So they had one time they were out of eggs to make the Alfredo sauce. They went to Food Line and got eggs when they saw us walking in.
Huh.
So they used to call them the Alfredo family.
Okay.
And we'd walk in and be like, the Alfredo family's here. And I'd be like, I want chicken wings because they're fucking delicious. And pizza. But everyone else, Melanie would get Alfredo. The sisters would get Alfredo because 3 sisters. And I think maybe Mike would get Alfredo. And then Gina would get like a parm or something. And then I'd get chicken wings. And we probably went there once a month. Mm-hmm. Then when they opened the bar, me and you were playing pool out of there.
Yep.
So we were there every Tuesday. Night. And then we used to go all you can eat wings. I don't know if you ever went there for that.
Yeah, we went. We went all you can eat wings often.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's. Remember, I brought up Hooters a while back.
Yeah,
and I thought maybe you went there with me. Maybe it was when we started going to Brothers for all you can eat wings.
Well, so we did go to Hooters for all you can eat wings a couple of times when Brothers stopped doing all you can eat wings.
Yeah,
but like Hooters wings are just
they're
trash.
Gross. They're gross.
So
that's you can get Hooters wings for I think $20 all you can eat.
Honestly, though, like sometimes it's just nice to sit down and just have like an endless plate of wings. I do,
but I'm gonna be honest with you, being this old, 20 is endless.
What do you mean
20 wings is a lot?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh?
You think so?
Yeah. Because I get now I sit down with some fries and 10, I'm good.
I gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like that's good. Fine.
So, see, that was the thing is when we did Brothers, it was all you could eat wings and garlic knots, and everyone would try to fill up on garlic knots.
They were great. I forgot to order those to see if they're the same.
Oh man,
you know they're going to be.
Yeah, because they use the same garlic knot sauce in their on their wings.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so good.
So,
well, they're still around. We're going to go for lunch. I think Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Got a lot of plans Sunday. We're going to swim. We're going to bicycle, and then I'll try to go before we come see you.
Yeah, and you can bring me wings. Yeah. And garlic knots.
Yeah, I'll bring wings and garlic knots. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't
Deal. Buy it. You ready for this weekend coming up, man?
What are we doing this weekend?
We're not doing shit. I'm going to work tomorrow, and I got to work Friday and Saturday. You ready for work tomorrow?
Am I ready for work tomorrow? I don't even know. So, I mean, yes, I'm going to show up for work. It's going to be fine, and we'll figure it out from there. I'm feeling a lot more chilled out and relaxed after my 2 days off. I only have to work until Monday, and then I got 3 days off in a row, so I'm excited about that. But it's the last weekend of the sale, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, slog.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. So, but, I'll get through it. The Saturday is going to be an interesting day because I've wrapped all the dumplings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Saturday I have to cook them. Okay. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the Instant Pot to work. Yeah. And just cook them all in the Instant Pot.
Gotcha.
So we should be all right.
That's such a great invention, the Instant Pot.
It really is. I mean, honestly, I almost bought like a like a portable burner, and I was just going to take my pot. And the only reason I'm taking the Instant Pot, so I have the steamers, the steamer basket things made from bamboo.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't have something to heat up the water, steam, and all that. So
you want to hear something I was craving the other day, which is completely out of this world?
What?
Those the cauliflower wings you made.
Oh yeah.
Those things, I was thinking about them. I was like, man, it'd be good if they were hot right now.
Dude,
I could eat those.
I really like cauliflower with some hot sauce on it.
Yeah.
A little bread.
I'm sorry, just because we were talking about chicken wings there, I was thinking about that sauce, and I think we had Red Hots or something, Frank's on it.
Yep.
And it tasted good.
Yep.
And I was like, man, I bet those would be good right now hot.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't mind that. That was actually that was a decent party that we had.
Yeah.
So I threw
because the Redskins won.
Yeah, I threw a Commanders party this year for the first playoff game. Because, I think like a lot of Commanders fans, riding on a high of like, holy crap, how do we make the playoffs? And not only did we make the playoffs, but we made the playoffs with but with a good margin.
Yeah.
Like we were a decent team in the playoffs. And then we made it 2 games in, which was super cool. Got trunched by the Eagles, but I knew that was going to happen. I didn't want it to, but I knew it was going to happen. So anyway, I invited some people from work. One of them happened to be vegan, so I made cauliflower wings, which I have made before for myself. And I have this very solid rule: like if I'm not going to tell somebody I'm making chicken wings and swap them out for cauliflower, because like there are people who do that. They're like, we're having chicken wings and it's cauliflower, and you're like, I would have eaten it.
Yeah, you just got to tell me what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the thing: I don't think there's as much steak anymore, man. If I have a steak, I want broccoli with it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm a meat eater, but I still like a good.
I eat my tiny trees with my.
I make little houses. You know what I mean? I act like I'm a bear walking through the woods eating those things.
With a steak in one hand.
Yeah, steak in one hand. But yeah, as long as they tell me what it is, I'm happy to eat it.
Yep.
Fried okra.
Oh, I love fried okra.
Yeah.
Well, it's a hit or miss.
Oh my gosh, dude! You want to talk about some good stuff? Brussels sprouts, fried Brussels sprouts.
All right. So,
hear me out. Another world.
Hear me out. The Brussels sprouts at Fresh Market.
Never been.
If you get them right out of the oven,
okay.
Or like, so they have a heating tray that they like sit in.
Okay.
If you get them before they spend a bunch of time in the heating tray and they dry out,
they're
so good.
So we went to the Cavalier for dinner.
Okay.
And the Hunch Room.
Yep.
And we got the fried Brussels sprouts, dude. I tell you, I probably ate 10 of them things. They're so good.
Oh my god! So, because remember we took Greg and Basil out for lunch, and I got the Brussels sprouts there. Those were really good for Texas. I was impressed. The Longhorn
Steakhouse.
Longhorn Steakhouse. Me and Mary actually just went back there a couple weeks ago. Yep,
that's dope.
Yeah, we found like all the gift cards that we've had for like 10 years that people have given us.
We did that last week. How much money we have to different places. I still got Ruth Chris gift cards.
I don't have any of that. We didn't get that much, but.
Well, have you ever been? You've been.
Yeah, I've been to Ruth Chris.
It's so good. People talk shit on it, man. And I'm like, it was a good steak.
I got you.
And their spinach creme.
I got you. See, awesome. We went back because I wanted the Tunyon.
Oh, the Tunyon. The Tunyon was better than a bloomin' onion.
Dude, the Tunyon is 100%. The Tunyon is 100% better than the bloomin' onion. Yeah. And the dipping sauce is better than the dipping sauce for the bloomin' onion. Absolutely it is.
So that's it for our food segment?
I don't know. Now I want to go get...
Now I'm hungry.
Man, yeah.
No, I'm good. I just had... we went to Chick-fil-A. My son talked me into going to Chick-fil-A for dinner.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That boy wants Chick-fil-A every day.
Really?
We finally let him have it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But thank you guys for sticking around to the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, it's been fun tonight. I will say on this time and end a little different. Maybe you guys could check us out on Instagram if you guys are following. Maybe leave some comments so we can follow up with you next week.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the things we talked about when we talked about goals is wanting to get a better connection to the people who, are listening to us. Mm-hmm. Find out what y'all are thinking. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Please tell us what you don't like.
Tell us what you're drinking.
Absolutely that. But we can't make this better without y'all.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you. As always, have a good night. Great day. Be kind to one another.
Drink responsibly.
Absolutely. Keep Buffalo Trace under your driver's seat.
Yeah. Got to buckle it in.
Keep it sealed, but, under the driver's seat. It's definitely okay to do.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Isn't that right, Ryan? All right, y'all. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
And that's a wrap for today on The Old Fashioned Friendship. We hope you enjoyed the drinks and the trip down memory lane as much as we did.
I know it's always a good day for us. We can crack open a bottle and share some of our stories from a more simple time. Hopefully, you got a good laugh and a thirst for bourbon.
If you like what you heard, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review or hit us up on social media. The links are in the description below.
And if you have any stories of your own, we'd love to hear them. Send us a message. Maybe your story will remind us of one we forgot.
Until next time, pour yourself a drink and keep the stories flowing.
And cheers to 20 years of friendship and many more to come.
Cheers.